Hello guys, so this is my video where it's kind of a review of DKO, Divine Knockout. It's only been like my fourth day of playing this game, but I feel like I already know enough to kind of say if I like this game or not. So let's start with the characters, because I feel like this is the one of the most important things about any platform brawler fighter. So starting with like their character, how they look, how they feel, not the gameplay, just how they look and their theme, their setting. I feel like they're all really cool. My favorite character from his looks is Thanatos, but I also really like Ymir. I really like this. The fact that every character is a god is also kind of cool, because I'm pretty sure all of the characters are from Smite. I never played Smite, but I watched some gameplay, and yeah, so those characters are basically like cute versions of it, and I really like the design. Um, it's very cartoonish. So there's only one character that feels unoriginal. It's Susano. I'm playing him right now, but I'm just using a skin. He's very similar to like characters like Yasuo, and even I don't care if like Susano from Smite was in the game before Yasuo. Most people know who is Yasuo. Less people know who's Susano, right? So most people will think, oh, it's basically Yasuo. Even his abilities are similar. Uh, and I mean, I feel they should have known that. A lot of people think that, and maybe they should have picked a different character. At least that's how I feel like. Maybe this character is like really liked in the Smite community. So if that's the reason, that's fine, I guess. But he just feels kind of uncreative, even if we don't think about other games compared to other characters like Thanatos and Ymir. Um, so I would say it's like a 9 out of 10 for how they are designed, because all of them are really cool. Beside this one character who's not bad either, he's just a bit. He's just compared to other characters, he's not that great. So let's now start talking about the gameplay and all of the abilities of the gods in this game. So I feel like the gameplay is a bit, it's still good, but there's few things that I don't like about it. Most of the abilities can't be used mid-air, and there is not a lot of combos, and generally there is not a big skill gap, and that can be good. And in this scenario, it's actually good that there's not a big skill gap, because everyone can pick it up and have a lot of fun. Because I know this because I'm very bad at fighters, and especially in games like Smash Bros, Brawlhalla. And in this game, maybe I'm not the best, but I am having a lot of fun. So yeah, I really I like the gameplay, but as I said, it's not really competitive. Um, but I must say there are some combos, and you can see the difference clearly, because before, like, between a good player and a average player. It just I just feel that it should be a bit bigger. So, but if we are talking about the fun value, how it's fun, not about if it's competitive, about the skill gap. All I will say that I never had so much fun in any fighting game, and I've played I think like 5 different fighting games, and yeah, 5 different, or maybe 6 even, like Tekken. Tekken was my favorite, I'm pretty sure. Mortal Kombat. and few others I can't remember the name, and Multiverses and Brawlhalla and one more like with superheroes. I forgot the name. And this is the best, but the most fun fighting gameplay compared to other fighting games. This is like way better. It's mainly because of the third person aspect. It's much more chaotic, and chaotic is usually like a bad thing that you people say about this game, but the fact that it's so chaotic, it makes the game very fun. Um, it that's also one thing that makes this game less competitive, but I believe that how fun the game is more important than how competitive the game is. So I feel generally the combat is like 8 out of 10, but if you're not competitive, it can be even a 10 out of 10. So the next most important thing is maps. I feel like, and maps are a bit lower compared to other things. I mean, they're not as good as characters uh, and how and the gameplay and the combat, but that's only because of few bad maps. The rest of them are pretty good. And what I'm talking about is there's like three maps I think that like crumble down. I'm currently playing on this kind of map, and often you can when the like ground is crumbling beneath you, you can't really see it because it's like slow. And when the game, if you are not using headphones, you can't really hear it because there's so many other sounds from the other characters. You just can't hear it well, and because there's not a lot of vertical mobility in this game, it's hard to get out of a hole like that if you're deep enough. So it can actually kill you. Just something like so. It's kind of dumb, right? But the rest of the maps are pretty cool. All of them are basic. That's a thing that I guess is fine, but they're not as interesting. But there are a few that I really like. Like there's one where a rock slides down and it can hit you. So, it's I feel like it's easy to hear and it's very big and you can see it coming. So it shouldn't like surprise you if it hits you. It's more so you can hit someone in so they like fall under the rock, and that's quite fun. I've had a lot of cool like clips moments with this rock like destroying people because like they misplayed. So yeah, I feel like this is really fun. But like for example, on the map that I will be playing right now, the traps are pretty cool, but because there's like hatchets, like I don't know how to explain it. You can see right now how it works, how the traps works, and here the traps are like way less important because it's pretty rare for someone to fall into any of the traps. The only cool thing about it that the spiked crab in the middle always has an health orb on it. So if people want to take it, they need to go onto the spike trap. So yeah, that's about. And the thing and also this platform that I'm standing right now, that I'm standing on right now, it moves like around the entire map. So that's also cool. But most of the maps are way more basic. There are like 3 or 4 really cool maps. So this is like a 7 out of 10, maybe 6 out of 10 for me. Unless you like basic maps, then maybe 8 out of 10. Because there's a lot of people who like basic maps because because like it's kind of more competitive because like nothing random can happen, and traps in video games like that tend to be at least a bit random. Because there's not like timer that tells you when it's coming usually, so it's kind of random, right? So that's about it for maps. Now, last thing that's important about this game that I should talk about is game modes, and I will start with the 3v3 game modes because like 1v1 and 2v2 are just like normal knockouts where you normal death matches. So there's in 3v3 there's I believe 4 game modes. Knockout, which is like it's just like a death match. First to get 8 kills wins. I guess it's fine. I don't like that. If you like fall on your own, you can lose because you fucked up and you fallen down and you died. So, right? Uh, but besides that, knockout is fine. So for the other game modes, there's King of the Hill. Um, so King of the Hill is probably my favorite game mode because if you followed by yourself, you don't lose anything, and I'm pretty sure even if someone knocks you out, you don't really lose anything besides time. Um, the best thing about it is that everyone is in one place, so it's kind of chaotic, and I like when it's chaotic because, like, I mean, chaos is generally fun in video games, so that's why. And it's not hard to find open your enemies because they're in one place fighting for the capture point. So in every game there's not a trouble in finding people because someone is really camping in this game. Besides in one game mode that I'm playing right now, Oddball. You pick up a crown and you gain points for just holding it. But when someone hits you, you drop the crown. So people tend to camp with it, and there are like few maps where you can just, with some characters, you can just get on a high place and wait for the match to finish because you have the crown. You can get to them with some characters. Most characters that can throw projectiles, they can hit them, but still, it's if you can do this trick, you probably won already because like it's really hard to get so high up. So Oddball is probably one of the worst game modes. It's not bad. It's just compared to others. Um, and the worst game mode is probably Coin Blitz. It's like you there's like coins scattered all over the map, and there's more spawning over time. And there's like a chest where you need to put 100 coins together with your team. First person to put 100 coins in it wins, and it feels more like who collects the most coins and just safely dodge everyone just so they can deposit the coins more than like a brawl because there's not a lot of fighting. I mean, I am trying to fight as much because I'm playing for fun. I'm not trying to win. But you know, the object. I want to win, but like I I just prefer having fun than just winning. So I'm just mainly just fighting there. But also, you know, my teammates want to win, so I just can't ignore the objective because that's kind of trolling, right? So yeah, I believe the Combliss is the weakest game mode, but still, I feel like it's like 7 out of 10, because there's not a lot of unique game modes, but all of the game modes are at least okay. Besides the Coin Blitz, Coin Blitz is like a 4 out of 10 game mode, and the rest of them is like at least 6 out of 10, even the Oddball game mode, because it's actually fun because like when you are not like camping, you just stay. It's kind of like 5 people are going after you, and you have a crown, so it's kind of exciting because you just try to run away from hundreds from 3 people rushing at you. So that's kind of fun. So yeah, I think that's all of the important things. Now I'll mention some minor stuff that I like or dislike. So skins are not that important, but most of them look pretty good. But I haven't bought any skin yet. I only use the skins that I got for the Founders Edition, and I also got a Susano skin from Twitch Drops. And I think that I don't like is the cheaper skins and the free skins don't have like different abilities. They look the same. Uh, but the skin that I got from Founders Edition is like uh, the fire character soul, but like from acid, so it shoots like acids between. I mean, acid and not fire. It doesn't give you any advantages as visual. This game is not pay to win, obviously. So yeah, skins are like okay, but I mean it's not an important thing. Uh, People they are focusing on more important stuff right now than skins, so I can understand that. Uh, the practice mode is kinda it could be much better. It seems like it was kinda rushed because there's a lot of features missing, and it's very bare bone. Like practice mode is kinda meh. I I feel like it's not that important, but if I were to rate it, it's a 4 out of 10. Uh, because I still managed to like practice combos on it. It works, but it has some issues, even some bugs. But it's not anything major. No major bugs. Um, I also yeah, I feel like that's everything. There's not a this game overall for me right now is 9 out of 10, but that's for most people. It should be like a 8 out of 10. I just personally I really like this gameplay, and because I don't really care about stuff like ranked so much, I can just ignore that and have way more fun. Just not caring about how good I am. The only thing I care about is how much fun I have. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. You should see my video about Susano combos right now, so go watch it if you want to. It's really fun. So that's all. See you later.